I'd never heard of anything like that. All the reports that I'd ever heard were that people were screaming and they were like in pain for 9 to 12 hours. And here's my wife falling asleep. And I was like, she didn't get the script. I mean, this is not the way it's. But anyway, she continued to do that. And, so she was just, I still can't understand how supposedly this, I believe, I mean, I'll never know, but, having that much pain and you could be that calm and peaceful and fall asleep in between it. And that, to me, it was amazing. So anyway, the doctor came in and they were saying, well, the child is basically stuck at a certain point, and they may have to induce labor, give her some medication to induce labor. So they did that. They gave her some medication, and within 5 minutes she would throw it up, and then they give her more medication. She'd go back and throw that up. And so they said, like, look, this wasn't working. We might have to do a C-section. So he was over there talking to me on the corner, and my wife was laying in bed. She woke up for this part. And she said, don't you think you should be talking to me about that? And yeah, we agreed. That since she was probably more involved in this whole procedure than I was, maybe we should get her input, which she agreed to. And so she had the C-section, and because it was in a clinic, a small clinic, which I had determined from the beginning, I really didn't want her in a major hospital. I wanted to make sure that this was going to be my daughter and not a switcheroony. So in this clinic, there were like maybe 15 other babies. So it wasn't hard to tell my daughter from everybody else. And oddly enough, all the other babies were crying, and my daughter was like, I don't know what's up with these. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But yeah, it doesn't seem like anything in my life really goes, just nondescript. It's a lot. I have a lot of twists and turns, and I never knew what all that was about. But it makes life memorable. As I've said to people that I've come across, if I never become a multi-zillionaire, that's okay, because at the end of life, I can say that it wasn't boring. That life was not boring.